Hi you guys, and welcome. It is Stay. So I'm so glad that you have dropped by the channel today. Some of you know that I am trying to bash a paper pad, and I haven't brought any projects lately, but I have still been working in the background on this paper pad. This is the Recollections paper pad that I got from Michael's. It's called the Rainbow Wave. It's a 12 by 12 paper pad with 48 sheets in it. And I've made all types of projects with it so far. I'll have a playlist linked in the description box below if you want to go and check out anything that you may have missed using this paper pad. It has been so fun. I've never attempted anything like this ever, but I have had a lot of fun trying to bash this paper pad. I think that the paper is just absolutely pretty, and I'm finding all types of things to do with it. So in this video, I'm going to just go through a little project share of some things that I have been working on, specifically these cards. It is, I believe, 15 cards here, and I did them all using a sketch. So you guys may already be familiar with Kendra's card challenge. This was card challenge number 7 from last year. I actually printed this off and I did just a couple of sketches. I think this is the sketch that I did last year. And I did this sketch in particular over and over again because I really liked it. But it's been on my list since last year to go ahead on and go through each sketch and actually crank out all 15 cards. So that is what I did with the Rainbow Wave paper pad. All of them are not completely done. Some of them are missing like a main focal point or a sentiment on it. And that's because I want to personalize the card for the situation. And I also wanted to use more than stickers, which has kind of like been my go-to. This time I wanted to crank out some die cuts and just make it a little bit more interesting. Again, this sketch is from last year, but I believe she puts out a brand new challenge every quarter. So right now it's probably on July 1st to September 30th of 2023. If you guys want to enter the challenge that's going on right now, you still have plenty of time. I think there's prizes and all types of things for this. So of course I'm not entering her contest or anything since this is an old sketch, but I really wanted to use this. And I don't know, this was a blast to make, so maybe in the future I'll get caught up on Kendra card challenges. Okay, so let's go through this and I'll keep this out and let's get to page 1. Okay, so here is the first sketch and here's my card. Also, a disclaimer, all of my cards are not going to be exactly like the sketch. Some of them are going to be inspired by the sketch. I use the sketch as a stepping stone to get to where I want to go. So I do have the oval piece here, but I don't have it going as big as it's showing on here. But I did cut out all of the panels and they are the same size as here. This one calls for a sentiment at the bottom, and I didn't use the sentiment at the bottom, but I did use one of the strips that came out of that Recollections paper pad. And then I also used a little die cut that was in my stash as well, and I did some dashed lines around it, and that is card number 1. I like the way that turned out. This is card number 2. Now this sketch is actually supposed to be in landscape, and then this vertical strip here is supposed to be more in the middle, and I centered it more to the left. But then when I went to decorate this card, I decided that I actually wanted this card in portrait. And then I actually used some of these little lilies. I have been cranking out a ton of these lilies as well as some hibiscus flowers. I did have a short showing some of these in this card already. They will be in an upcoming sponsored video for BB Craft, so stay tuned for that. You'll probably be seeing this card again. Then I just added some little gems up here and then a sentiment that says "You great," and that is sketch number 2. This is sketch number 3, and it is in landscape view. Now I am seeing like this little sliver of black here, and I don't have that on mine. I do have the 3 panels. I didn't put the little flag shape because on this panel I do have a little decoration already that was in the paper. So I quite like it like this, but whenever I get around to decorating it, then I still may add this little flag banner here, and then they say that the sentiment goes right here. So I think that's cute. And then this one I went ahead on and stitched around too. So this card may stay in landscape when I get around to embellishing it, or I may turn it vertically. And then let's just see. See, look, even these little flowers that I have already will look great on here with just maybe a little sentiment up here. I think that that would be super cute. I really, really like having the card base already ready for me. And this is the next sketch, sketch number 4. This was probably my least favorite of all of the sketches, just because it left a lot of just the card base by itself. But I went ahead on and I embellished this one, and it's actually turning out to be my absolute favorite. So this is it, you guys. There's the panel here. I did layer the panel here. This sketch design called for you to actually layer the paper that's here in the center, and I didn't layer the paper that was in the center. It also calls for any shape over here in the corner. Well, I just have this kind of centered, but I really, really love the hibiscus flowers that I was making. And then I've also been die cutting out a lot of bows. I did these on my Cricut, still using some of the rainbow wave paper. And then I layered a bow and added a gem here. Like I said, this card is easily becoming one of my favorite cards. So I actually really like that sketch. Super cute. And then this is the next sketch. So this is how it goes. I have all of the little panels here, and then I've also layered all of the decorative pieces as well, and I think that that turned out cute. Now this one is telling me that I need a sentiment strip going across here, and maybe like an oval shape here. Again, it doesn't have to be oval. Maybe I can do these flowers again, maybe kind of in an oval shape. Maybe I can put something in the background. I guess this is a good time to show you guys some of the other embellishments that I have been working on. These are some little flowers that I've cut out with the Cricut, and I think that these are super cute. I believe these were cut out using a free SVG file from Barely Art Glue. And the name of this flower is Groovy Flower, if I'm not mistaken. So I cut out and layered lots and lots of flowers, because I thought that I would use them on some of the card sketches. So I have those available to use. I also cut out some flamingos and paper pieced them together. This is also a free file from Barely Art Glue. I'll have all of these free files linked in the description box below in case you guys want to make some of these as well. And of course, I think that this will be super fab on a card. I love the sunglasses and a heart shape here. Just really, really cute. I have some other little die cuts here that was in my stash already. I did go ahead on and die cut out some oval pieces. I had this piece in my stash already. I did die cut out some of these stamp shapes, and yes, I did them in a couple of different sizes. So I have those available to use as well. Here are 2 more. Here's another one of those little scallop pieces. And then I also die cut out a ton of little popsicles. I think that the stick is a little too brown, too dark, but that's okay. I'm definitely going to work with what I have. But I think that these are super, super cute. So these are the 3 colors that I did: blue, purple, and yellow. The yellow has a little chunk taken out of it. The purple one is kind of plain, and then the blue one has this drip on the bottom of it. So these are 2 of the yellow ones that I have embellished already, and I think that they turned out so cute. I think that these would be super, super cute on a card. I'm also trying to embellish these things flat, you guys, because all my stuff can get chunky, and I know it, and I love it. And I actually do pay dearly when it comes to mailing those chunky things off too. But it's okay. It's what I love. And then this is the blue one that I've embellished already. I used some glossy accents to kind of make some drip here. And then I thought that it needed something else. So then I went in my stash and I added some sequins, some clay beads. I think that that turned out cute. And then I have been having fun layering some of those bows. So I think that that's really, really cute. On this one with the yellow candy drip, I actually used this Nuvo crystal drops. And the color on this is dandelion yellow. Cute. So right now I have all of these cute, cute things to add to my cards. I have this little cactus plant left over from another project, so I'll probably be using it as well. Then in a previous video where I hauled some BB craft items, I also hauled this jar die, and so I will bring you a tutorial of how I actually make this embellishment. I have a ton of them over to my left, but this is just a little sneak peek of what else I have going on to add as card embellishments for some of these cards. Now let's get back to the card designs. It's missing an oval shape and it's missing the sentiment. This is the next card. This one calls for you to emboss or stencil or use a textured panel here in the background. I did emboss this panel, which I think turned out super cute. And then here you use 4 little squares and then a little flag shape at the bottom. And so I can actually still put this here if I wanted to. I would have to create another little shape here and then this little flag shape at the bottom. So I didn't add this little panel to it yet because I was thinking I would actually do some stamping on it. And I want it pretty flat when I do the stamping on it. So I've just layered this with some gold paper in the background. I'll do some stamping on it and then I'll put it on here. And I thought that it was cute just like this. And this could actually be a card that's in portrait as well, not just in landscape. And I think that that would be super cute. Again, the hibiscus flower will look awesome right there. Be a little stamped image right here and some words. I think that that would be super, super cute. So that is what I'm going to do for sketch number 6. This is sketch number 7, and I really wasn't that thrilled about sketch number 7. So I kept playing around with the placement of things on this card, but in the end, this is how it turned out. Instead of putting my embellishment, it says any shape or embellishment here. I have it smack dab in the center, and my sentiment is on my embellishment. It just needed something else like up here at the top. It just looked really, really plain to me, but it also could be the paper that I chose to use for this. And then to finish off the card, I added some gold dots all the way around the card to make a little border and added a little gem here. I am not crazy about the placement of this gem, so this card may or may not be finished. I might pluck this gem off and maybe add another little embellishment here. Let's see. Maybe the flower might be too much on this one. But anyway, I don't think that I'm 100% done with this card. I'm not sure yet. Okay, moving on to sketch 8. This is what we have here. This 2x4 inch panel here is over to the left a little bit more. I have mine over to the right a lot, but I thought that that was okay because the greenish color in here actually picks up the green card base that I use for this, and I think that it would be super cute. Now when I get ready, I can put my any shape or embellishment over here. I can add a sentiment down here if I wanted to. I can even still make this a vertical card base and do something nice that way. I just really, really like the sketches. Okay, here is sketch number 9. This is my card, and my card looks pretty much like the sketch. I do have a lot of things popped up on foam tape here. Cute. They have 3 little dots on here, and whenever I decorate it, I'll try to add those 3 little dots if they go. But I do think that I'll keep this card in portrait view because I think that it's really, really cute. That's a really cute sketch. Okay, here is the next sketch. This is sketch number 10, and this is the card that I've created so far. And I think that this one is pretty similar to the sketch as well. They have a little scallop piece around here, and then a 3-inch circle. My scallop piece, I used a gold doily, and for the 3-inch circle, we used a die cut. And then they have any embellishment down here. I chose to use this cute little rosette. And I think that this panel here would be cute to either add a stamped image on, maybe add a sentiment on, or this die cut actually looks okay with it as well. And then they have 3 sheets of paper coming off the side, and I also did the 3 sheets of paper coming off the side. I love the paper in the background here. Super, super cute. This is the next sketch, and here is my card. This is sketch number 11, and I did keep the little triangle square in the center, but I did scooch my rectangle panel down just a little bit, and then this one has a little bitty strip and a sentiment down here. I will not put that little strip and the sentiment down here. Instead, I made a thicker strip And then I'll be doing a sentiment smack dab in the center, or again, maybe, oh, that's actually pretty cute. I mean, the hibiscus flower die is just winning right now because that is super, super cute. And then maybe I'll stamp this. And I probably should have held off on putting this panel so I could go ahead on and stamp it. But you know, I'll work around it. I think that that's really, really cute like that, actually. Okay, sketch number 12. This is what I did. This is the one that I have done before, and I think I used Maggie Holmes paper to do this sketch over and over again. And in the past, this any shape embellishment was actually a swan, and maybe I flipped it around too because I'm thinking that the swan was on this side. But anyway, moving on. This is how it looks so far. I have this piece on actually with a removable glue dot because however I decorate it, I may or may not want this sentiment strip right here. Or since it is a sentiment strip, I may want to stamp a sentiment on it. And so I'll be able to take it off when I'm ready, stamp it, and then I'll actually glue it down. Let's see. Okay, the hibiscus flowers are still winning because that could actually work. I don't think that I'm going to use the flowers on here, but we'll see. I think that it is super cute. Okay, flipping the page. We're getting close to the end. These are the last couple of sketches. This is sketch number 13. And this is what I did for sketch number 13. I think that it turned out really cute. I just need to add a circle and maybe back the circle. It gives the dimensions of the circles, the layers, everything. These sketches are really well thought out, just really cute. For the strips down here, all of these call for a 1/4 inch by 4 inch strip. I did 2 of them that was a 1/4 inch, but then this one I doubled up. And then I also popped it up on foam tape because I thought that that looked really nice. And then I have no problem now adding a little embellishment or adding a circle or something here. I really, really like this sketch. Oh, something else that I didn't do. This one has a paper going down, and right in that spot, this is all one piece of paper, and I thought that this looked really good instead of adding a paper on top of it. I definitely didn't want to cover up this pattern, and so I left it like that, which was really easy to do. And I think that it'll be easier this way to actually make some flat cards. Okay, moving on to sketch number 14. This is what I have here. We needed any shape or embellishment over here in the corner, and then we have 3 dots going down the side. I flip-flopped mine a little bit, so instead of my embellishment or any shape being on the left, I have it here on the right, and I use the sun. Instead of the 3 circles, I went ahead on and used 3 of the of some little stars that I had in my stash. I also stitched around the edge on here, and then I'm pretty sure all of my layers here are true to size of what the sketch is, and I think that that turned out really, really cute. This is a little strip from the Rainbow Wave paper pad, and then I also just lined some gems around it as well. Really cute. And this is the last sketch, sketch number 15. This one you were able to build a scene on, which I thought was really nice. And so you really have all of your background paper. So for this one, my background base is actually this white textured card base, which I think is cute. I did use 2 of the panels true to size. And then I thought it needed something a little extra, and it ties into my little rainbow here. I added this little strip in the center, and I think that that turned out really nicely. And then I stamped on it, sending you. And on the inside, I don't know where the stamp is, but I think it's going to say sunshine on the inside. I do want to cut panels and put in all of the cards, so I still have that left to do as well. But yeah, you guys, these are all of my cards so far using the Cards by Kendra sketches. And of course, this one is from last year. Let me know in the comments, have you guys ever completed a sketch challenge? 15 cards, more, less? Is it something that you think that you might do in the future? I now have all of these really pretty cards that I can send out to my friends, keep some in my stash. I will be giving some of these away for hashtag Craft Short Sunday. I do a monthly giveaway, and so some of these cards will actually make it into the prize package for this month. So I am really excited about that. I think I may add a few embellishments in it as well. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really, really appreciate it as always. Don't forget to hit that like button, leave me a comment, and consider subscribing if you haven't already. I'll see you next time. Bye.